Hey future York students!
I'm Sidel.
And I'm Neetha.
And welcome to the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies Program Chat Series.
We want you to know that here in LA&PS, you will study what you love and learn what you need.
In this chat, you'll be hearing from future professors as well as current students about the program.
What it has to offer you, like internship opportunities.
And what your first year in the program may look like.
Alright, should we get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
Enjoy, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for our program chat conversation about our program in social work. My name is Sean Courage. I'm the Associate Dean for Programs for the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies. And before we get started, we wanted to tell you a little bit about the Indigenous territories upon which York University's campuses are located. And to help us with that, we've got our colleague, Professor Ruth Green from the School of Social Work, who is going to tell us a bit about the Indigenous territories that York's campuses are on. Ruth?
Sago, Scana de Lejo, Ani, Wanabojo. Ruth Green, yes, So hello and welcome. First, I'd like to acknowledge that this is the traditional territories and lands of many Indigenous nations. The Anishinaabe and the Haudenosaunee and the Huron-Wendat have caretaken this space since time immemorial. These nations are still present and still active in these territories. In my introduction to you, I identified myself as a Haudenosaunee person from the Ganagahage, or the Mohawk Nation. This territory is subject to the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant and an agreement to peaceably share and care for this territory. We all have a responsibility to understand this wampum and care for the land and our engagement with that space. So Nyawa and welcome.
Thanks, Ruth. So we're here today to learn about the undergraduate program in social work at York University. And Ruth is here to tell us more about that program for those of you who are interested in applying and learning a little bit more about what joining the social work program might be like for undergraduate students. So I'll turn things over to you, Ruth.
Thank you so much, Sean. So I'm the undergrad program director, which means that my job and my role here is to support undergraduate students as they enter and progress through their degrees. Our program is recognized as one of the most progressive and socially responsive social work programs in Canada. We combine critical theories and practical experience in classroom and in social work settings. My friend Maxine will later tell you about program progression. However, in this program, we have community-based learning research practices, racial and colonial discourses about social work. We have a lot of conversations on diversity, inclusion, belonging. We support international social work, social welfare and human services, of course, Indigenous social work, sexuality, race and ethnicity, and social justice. The program is very geared to an understanding of social justice and responses to structural responses to struggles and community-based problems within the social structures of our society. There are many career options that are available to students as they complete their BSW. Everything from grassroots organizing to addictions counseling, career counseling, community development, family mediators, entering into legal professions, entering into teachers college, and mental health supports, social workers in schools and other structured spaces. I'm going to now introduce Maxine to talk about the program progressions.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Ruth. I just want to apologize. I'm in an open space. We're following COVID protocols. I'm in my mask. I apologize if you can't hear me properly, but I try to be as clear as I can. So students coming directly from high school will be doing 4 years of the program. So for the first year, students will take their general education requirements, which is the 21 general education requirements, humanities, natural science, and social science. The program has the labs or the university have specific courses that can be used as approved gen eds, and students will take those courses with the social work 1011. That's in their first year. In the second year of the program, students will be doing the second year social work courses with their remaining electives. In the third year, they would be doing their third year courses with their remaining electives. And in the fourth year, students will do practicum courses and their remaining non-core courses. Those are students from high school, directly coming from high school. For students coming from university and colleges, usually students get different transfer credits. And this is, it varies because some students will come in with maybe 2 or 3 diplomas, or some students will have diploma and university transfer credits. So students may get 45, anywhere from 30 to 45 transfer credits, 54 or even 75 transfer credits. So those are specifics, and usually when students come in the beginning, those are viewed, those students go through the transition process of the liberal arts and professional studies, and wherever the exemptions are, students will do their remaining electives and gen eds if those are not exempted with second year courses. Some students that are coming with social services diploma, these students don't do the social work 1011. Those students are exempt, and students who are post-second degree students, those students are also exempt from the social work 1011. So college and university students who have transfer credits will be doing the second year course with their remaining transfer credits. And in the third year, sometimes students will do the third year courses in the summer because we have allocation for that, because the program allows students to do courses in the summer. So this allows them to work around their schedule. For students who are post-second degree students, these are students who have a degree before. So these students are exempt from all of their general education requirements, the 21 general education requirements, the 39 electives. So these students will be doing their second and third year courses together in the first year. In the summer, they will be doing their non-core courses. And in the fourth and final year, they will be doing placement. All students will do placement courses and go to placement in the fourth year. Right through the program, we do have volunteer opportunities for students, and students are encouraged to volunteer. We have a social work student at SWASA, Social Work Students Association, and peer mentoring program. We have many resources, on-campus resources for students. Also, we do have first and second year, third year students who volunteer as peer mentors to assess our students' transition. One of the main thing, or I would say one of the advantageous things that we do for our students is to make sure they have a full transition in the beginning. So they go to the liberal arts and professional studies advising office. They're prepped on specific courses they're supposed to be taking. Then we also provide program support. There is a transition and development first year for our students, and we follow through with students to make sure they're successful.
Thank you, Maxine. One of the things that I find I say regularly is just ask Maxine. Maxine will know, because Maxine is a wealth of information, and this program does not run without her support. Maxine is so used to the structure of our program that she used course codes. And I want to acknowledge the fact that straight from high school students will be taking in their first year an introduction to critical social work. Then in their second year, the mandatory courses that students would take is a full year course called Identity, Diversity, and Anti-Discriminatory Practice. They also take half-year courses, one which is social justice work with groups, communities, and social movements, where they learn how to engage in different levels of community social work. Also, in the winter of their second year, all students take an Indigenous understanding to social work theory and practice. In their second or third year, they take a communications course where they learn how to, through dyads, through partnership work, they learn how to use communication skills in social work. There's also social work practice classes and social work research classes and policy understandings in their third year. Then in the fourth year, they go into their practicum, as Maxine listed, but there's also study in spaces of what the social welfare state is and how power organizations and bureaucracies work. Also, we have many social work-based electives that look at the different segments of social work. So social work with child welfare, social work with mental health, with SOGI, sexual orientation and gender identity understandings, and different spaces that can tailor somebody's degree into the program that they would like. So those electives are very important in the third and fourth year.
Right, and I'll just follow up on that, Ruth, as well, just to, they're called non-core courses, and students usually take them based on the specific area they want to continue in, I would say, MSW programs or career path. So say, for example, you're a student who wants to work with children, you would be taking child welfare, you would be doing the family and social work, as well as addictions and mental health that's surrounding family. So our fourth year courses are geared toward the career path. So you're correct in understanding that. So students we have a variety of courses, like from international social work, social advocacy, various courses. So students can decide, and students do get to pick in their fourth year which specialized courses that they want to do to tailor their career path or grad school.
Thanks, Ruth and Maxine. I wanted to ask a few questions about the social work program, get a little bit more detail about what a student's experience might be like. Ruth, I wonder if you could tell me a bit about the professors in the program. For students who might be coming straight from high school, this will be the first time that they're taking classes with a professor. What's a professor like? What are your colleagues like? Are they approachable? Do students have the opportunity to connect with professors in the program?
So in our program, we have very small class sizes, except for the 10-11 course, which is that critical or introduction to critical social work. So most of our classes are taught by individuals that they'll get to know your names. They'll get to know who you are. We're a very diverse faculty. As I identified, I am currently the only Indigenous colleague on our faculty, but we have faculty from many different spaces and places. We have colleagues that come with research and lived experiences in refugee and immigration, within people who have worked within child welfare, people who have done work around trans communities and identify as trans within our faculty spaces. We have conversations regularly around gender and sexual orientation, around racism and white supremacy, in different spaces of disrupting those conversations. It's a very diverse faculty that I would say want to see a new breed of social work, that want to engage in social work that is critical and disruptive to the ideas of savior, and want to have those hard conversations in spaces and places where we can advance our society.
Yeah, it's professors who do work like at the forefront of kind of the new frontiers of social work. And I know that many of your colleagues also have experience as practitioners in social work, because of course this is a professional program. I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about what that means for students in the program. What does a professional program mean?
So professional program means that when you leave our undergraduate program, you do a 4-year program, and it's an honors program where you get a BSW, a Bachelor of Social Work. That is an accredited degree through the Canadian Association for Social Work Educators. And so we are a program that has accreditation standards, meaning that we are required to ensure our curriculum is in line, not the same, in line with other social work programs across the country. Our school is evaluated by the Canadian Association for Social Work Educators every 4 to 8 years to ensure that we are advancing and engaging in contemporary, current education practices and curriculum. So our curriculum is based on a critical pedagogy.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing about a Bachelor's of Social Work program is I think it enables students to head into the various career paths that you might go into as a social worker, but it's also a bachelor's degree, which enables students to go into other career paths like law and education, as you would with a Bachelor of Arts degree, for example, or a Bachelor of Science. Could you tell us a bit about the practicum? Do you know about where students do that practicum? What kind of experience they get out of it?
Absolutely. The practicum can be it's very well supported, and finding your practicum placement is not something that students do, but are supported by the school to do. We have coordinators that help students find practicums that fit how they want to finish their undergraduate education. Students will participate in different areas of social work. So we have students doing social work at small organizations and agencies that serve underserved communities. We have people who do their placements with political parties and within MP's office or MPP's offices. We have people who do their placements with child welfare, with agencies that support disability services, immigration and settlement services. There's a plethora of spaces. We have hundreds of placement opportunities due to the fact of the size of our school, that we keep refreshing and engaging new areas of social work practice so that students can find practicums that fit their desires.
Yeah, it's a great example of a program that brings theory into practice. Students are learning, the cutting edge of new critical theory and thinking in the field of social work, and then they actually get to go do it, and it's built into the program, which I think is really exciting. One last question then about the first year experience. You've got this introductory course, Introduction to Critical Social Work. Can you tell us a little bit more about the course? What do students do in this course? How does it prepare them for the remaining parts of the degree?
Absolutely. So this is a very unique course in our program. It's the only course in which one of my colleagues, Chris Chapman, they teach a 1 hour lecture, or pre and post lecture is what they're doing right now. And then students are put into small classes of 25 only with one of our PhD students who TAs that class and allows students to delve deeper into the history and the responses to the problematic histories of social work. So it's an introduction to how we can reconceptualize social work as a profession that is critically based and structurally engaging.
Well, thanks so much for telling us about the social work program today. It sounds like a really exciting program. And of course, I'm excited for students to have the opportunity to apply and take this program.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Hope you enjoyed the program chat, everyone.
If you have any questions about our LA&PS programs, be sure to visit our website to learn more.
And make sure to stay in touch with us for a chance to win a $100 gift card at the York Bookstore. The link to our website is in the description box below.
You can also send your questions to us, the LA&PS Student Recruitment Team.
We'd love to hear from you, so send us an email at goyork@yorku.ca.
And we look forward to seeing you all on campus next year.
Bye.
Bye.